Everybody, Wilson Fury here, signing in from Centurion, South Africa. A warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for everybody that's taken the time to come join us. Tonight, I'm very excited. We're having our first Testimonial Wednesday exclusive to our group. And I'm coming up on my 2-year anniversary in LifeWave on the 7th of December. And all I can say is just wow. The things we've seen this technology do for people in the last 2 years has been such an incredible experience. And tonight, our goal is to record as many testimonies from people that seen positive results with X39. So I know there's a couple people that's pressed for time. Carlo, can you maybe confirm? I think you said Yolandi is first up. If you can maybe just confirm if she's on the call. If not, I can get Ingrid to go. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Wilson. I'm waiting for Yolandi to hop on. She's not on yet. I'll let you know when she's on.
Okay, so let me allow Ingrid to go first then. I know she needs to go out for dinner. So Ingy, let me just see if I can unmute you there. I see Ingy B there. Let's just see if I can get her to unmute.
There we go. I can't find myself here anyway, and I can't find my camera. There we go.
There we
There we go. Okie dokie. So, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Zoom. I'm here to give my testimonial, and I think Ray Wilson will put up a photo. I had a motor car accident when I was about 19 years old, and I didn't know it at the time, but I've damaged my top two vertebrae. And I had to go into traction, but because of the band I played in, we had to leave on tour and I had to stop my treatment. So if I had have gone into traction for 2 years, it would have given my neck a chance to grow back, the bones to grow back in place. But I didn't. So by the time I got to the age of 30, I was 19 when I had the accident. So by the age of 30, I started getting the most incredible headaches, migraine headaches every day. By the age of 40, it got worse, and I started having nerve attacks where I then couldn't do anything, couldn't move. It was only once or twice a week at that stage, but when I got into my 50s, it was nearly every day. By the time I got into my 60s, and I'm 67 now, I was having between 5 and 10 attacks every single day, and my life was hell. At the end of 2022, December, I was actually praying to die. And instead, Jesus sent me Wilson, and he brought a patch and stuck it on the back of my neck. And within 5 minutes, my pain, which was on a scale of 1 to 10, was a 15, my pain just disappeared. So, needless to say, I started my journey with the patches. I went through 3 months of feeling better and better and better, fewer and fewer attacks every day. Then, all of a sudden, in my third month, I hit a bad detox. And for 3 months, I detoxed. For 3 months, I felt nauseous all the time. I felt sick. I felt like I was dying. And I just pushed through. At that stage, none of us had had any experience with the patches. And I thought, what the hell, in for a penny, in for a pound, just keep going. So I did. And in the 6th month, my detox stopped. And in the 7th month, I woke up one morning and I was back to normal. And since then, I think in the last year, I've had maybe 3 headaches. And those I got rid of so quickly just by putting an ice wave onto my head. And I'm back to normal again, apart from the fact that I need a mouthful of teeth because I also went blind during COVID, but I've had my lens was replaced so I can see again. And my next thing is my mouth reconstruction. So I'm dosing up heavily on carnosine and hoping that my bone is going to be okay so they can put in some implants. Do you want to show my picture, Wilson?
Yes, Ingy.
So
Thank you so,
that
so much.
you guys
Your story is
can
so
see what
powerful.
I look like.
There we go. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Reason I can't.
So
So
that
that's
was
what
how I
Ingy is
looked
like.
every day. Yeah. I would wake up in pain. I would go to sleep in pain. In fact, my sleep was so terrible because I was scared to go to sleep because I knew that by sleeping, lying down, my neck would turn in some way and I would wake up having an attack. So thank you, Lightwave. Thank you, Wilson. Thank you, David
Thank you
Schmidt.
for taking the time, my friend. Guys, Ingi suffered from a condition called trigeminal neuralgia. She's a very, very close friend of mine, close to my heart, and I saw her suffering. And because she pushed through, she got to a breakthrough, and just look at her now. She literally looks 15 years younger after being on this technology. And thank you for taking the time, my friend. I really, really appreciate you. Enjoy your dinner. And
My absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
thank you so
And I
much.
just want to say before I go that for 45 years, every single doctor said to me, nothing you can do, there is no cure. So even for those who are told there is no cure, when Wilson put that first patch on my back, I held my hands up to Jesus and I said, thank you for my healing. And I accepted it then already. So I think it's very important that we work with it, not only in terms of drinking water, taking the electrolytes, but also having the acceptance of a healing.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, definitely. Thank you so much, Ingi. You
Thank you. I'm
lovely.
going to hop off.
No problem. Thanks so much, my friend.
Bye.
Cheers, my friend. You Lundy, I know you also need to run. I see Claude, you've raised your hand. Let Lundy just jump on there, and then I'll give Claude a chance there. Let me just see if I can get it to unmute. So funny. I see her on the call. I've asked to unmute, but let's just
I've
see.
unmuted.
There we go. Hi, Dulandi. How are you?
Well, thanks, and you?
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank
Wonderful.
you for joining us. I know you're also in a rush there.
Yes, I'm actually attending to something at church. But my story is I bought a bottle of kombucha. Sorry, somebody gifted me with a bottle of kombucha from, so I tried to see in other stores if I can find the kombucha. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to find anywhere. So I saw the number on the bottle and called the lady, and she and I connected, and she supplied me with kombucha. Anyway, on her status, she was posting about her father and his journey with the skin condition that looked like it could be cancerous, and to the extent where it was totally gone. So when she was sharing, and she shared a couple of other things, I asked her questions along the way. And I have a brother who has a brain tumor that's stolen his life so rapidly. So I reached out to Michelle. Michelle then gave me all the information. I hadn't attended a LifeWave seminar. I hadn't gone to a meeting. She hadn't updated me. She just asked me how was I interested. Immediately I joined and bought the products. And I thought, well, I had a rotator cuff injury in a swimming accident in August last year. And I'd been to a physiotherapist. I've been to chiropractor. They did dry needling on me, shockwave treatment, and all of that. And I was still in pain, living in incredible pain. And so when Michelle sent, when I got my order, I patched myself because I was trying to convince my brother's wife to take the products. Within 4 days, I was no longer in pain. I was absolutely pain-free. Then, a couple weeks later, I had tags all on my neck and on my body. These tags started shrinking, and I noticed that. And then another big thing for me was that I had gone to the dentist a couple months ago, and he had told me that, sorry, we can't do much for you because your gums are receding and there's nothing we can do for you. And so my teeth were starting to protrude out of my gums, and my roots were showing, and they were sensitive. And about 10 days into the patching, my teeth, the sensitivity went away, And now my teeth are not protruding as they used to be. So I'm grateful for that. Then on Monday this past week, I had a hernia on the side of my right groin, and that hernia was the size of a tennis ball. So I just get in the bath, get out, and I think. So Monday, I actually looked at myself in the mirror and I found that the whole hernia is not visible. There's still sensitivity in the area, but the hernia is not visible. And that would have meant, and I'm a caterer, so that would have meant I would have had to book into hospital. Then there's the recovery period, and then there's the cost. So LifeWave has saved my life in many ways. My brother is doing his patching. He wasn't getting supported from the family, and so he hasn't shown any signs of improvement as yet. But on Sunday, I was told that his wife was on board with the treatment. So that gave me great courage. Then a third testimony from my family is that my granddaughter, who lost her dad to COVID in 2021, had gone into a shell. She went to live in her bedroom, had very little interaction with us. We would obviously coax her out of her room. She was into a YouTube and that kind of thing. So then I asked her mom if she would consider the patching. Her mom wasn't convinced about the patching, but she attended a meeting with me. And after attending the meeting, she started patching her daughter. And when she got home on Saturday from her shopping, she found that her daughter had unpacked the dishes into the cupboards, and she had also packed away the washing, which she wouldn't do anything without being asked. And then on Monday, she found me. She said, "Mom, you've given me back my daughter." And I said, "Why?" She said, "She's playing with other kids. She's jumping, she's running, and she just turned 13. So I'm grateful for having met my savior, which is Michelle, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to be on LifeWave. I am so sold out to the product.
Wow, wow, wow. Yolandi, thank you so much for sharing that. I would have been happy with one of those testimonies. The fact that you've got such an incredible story, just please share it with people. I know when people look at this technology first, it looks a bit out there, but all I can ask any person looking at this recording, please just start patching. This has the potential to very, very quickly change your situation, your pain, depression. I mean, the list just goes on and on. Thank you so much, Yolandi.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye.
Enjoy your church meeting. Manuela, I see you also in a rush there. Maybe you can just also tell us what happened there by you.
Hi guys, I'm Manuela. I'm Carlo's wife. So I didn't believe in these stickers at all. Carlo came to me with these stickers and I was like, really, dude? Like, what is this actually going to do? So I get migraines like every single month, maybe once or twice a month. But it's those migraines that put you flat in bed for 3 days. You can't eat, you can't drink, you can't open your eyes, you're nauseous, you're just beside yourself. And this was 3 days suffering. And after 3 days of trying everything from Nurofen to Mypaid to Myprodol, some of the strongest stuff that you could drink, just didn't want to break the migraine. Carlo stands up and looks at me and he's like, "Why don't you just try the ice wave?" And I'm like, "Okay, let's try it. Let's just try it. Anything right now could work. I'll try anything." So with the ice wave, you only remove half of the adhesive at the back, and then you place it in order to see, where it works. And Carlo just took out half on the one side, half on the other side. He stuck it on my temples on my head, and within 30 seconds, I could open my eyes and I could actually sit up straight in the bed. I took off the rest of the adhesives and I stuck the whole ice wave, and the migraine just left instantly. It felt like I had the strongest pain tablet ever, and it literally left within a minute. My migraine left. And then I turned around and I looked at Carla and I said, now you can sell the stuff. I'm fully behind you. It broke my migraine. So I'm fully behind you guys with this.
Wow. You know, my father suffers from migraine, and I've seen those attacks. And when they come, there's nothing you can do. And the fact that you had results so quickly, I can just say thank you. And now you don't have to drink all those pain medications that don't work in any way. And just that on the body is also a huge effect. So thank you so much for sharing that, my friend. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, Wilson, I just want to also add that probably in the last 3 months, while she's been actually using the X39, she hasn't had a single migraine attack at all. So, yeah, it's been absolutely an amazing journey to see how people's body responds to this and the belief that comes from actually consistently using it.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you, guys. Claude, I see you've got your hand up there, buddy. Let me see if I can unmute you there. I've asked to unmute you. See if you can unmute yourself there.
Oh yeah, no, thank you so much for my nephew my niece to invite me to this session. I just wanted to find out the first presenter. Did she use that patch for all the time or just once off?
No, Ingi that spoke, used the patches for, well, she's been on it now for 2 years, but her breakthrough came at month 7. And she was just consistently patching, and she just kept with it. And, you know, her condition is untreatable. Can't treat it. So the fact that she's not having attacks after 7 months, absolutely incredible. There's nothing the doctors could have done. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, it does. But I also wanted to find out, does it work on more than one condition?
Oh, yes. A stem cell absolutely has no limit to what it can do. The only thing here is I can't tell you how long it's going to take. We've seen these patches work with many different conditions, but dependent on how serious it is, it could take time. In Ingi's case, she had a condition for 45 years. It took 7 months. So I would highly recommend you try it. Please get back to the person that invited you here, or make sure you get a hold of me. My details are available in the groups, and then let's see if we can't assist you.
Thank you for the responses.
Fantastic. Thank you for joining us, Claude. I appreciate you making the time. Adelaide, I see you just underneath Claude there. Can I ask you to unmute there? Adelaide is also one of my friends I've been working with for a while now, and she also has an incredible story.
Hi, good evening, everyone. First of all, I just want to say thank you, God. Thank you, Lord, for bringing us David Schmidt, Chris, who brought this to South Africa for us, and the people who introduced us to this Life Wave stem cell patch. Even today, I say thank you every day. I don't know, I can't stop saying thank you from the pain that I've been struggling with from 2012. But I was diagnosed with a rheumatoid arthritis, which has just attacked my left knee, whereby it was so difficult for me to sleep without putting some pillows to elevate the leg. Funny, which made me to be like, what's going on? Because my knee is deteriorating. Meanwhile, every morning I'm taking 9 tablets. I was on chronic medication from 2019. My doctor just said to me, I have to put you on chronic medication. And I cried because I knew that chronic medication means that I'm going to take it until I leave this world. Then I was on chronic medication. Last year, I'm one person who loves so much exercising and walking and running. But last year, July, the knee said to me, Adelaide, you stop here. Then I could not do anything. December, my knee became like swollen. It was like swollen. Unfortunately, I didn't even think of taking a picture of my knee. I think I should have done that. But because of the excitement that I had when the lady approached me with the patch, I forgot to take a picture. She also forgot to take a picture. That's Mary McAntonish. Then December, when I was home in Mpumalanga, I called my nephew, who's a medical doctor, but a general practitioner, and I explained to him that my son, I can't sleep, I'm in trouble. Even painkillers can't even work anymore. He said, Ma, have you ever taken X-ray? I said, not now, but he said to me, I'll send you a letter so that you can take an X-ray. That was on the 7th of January when we drove back to Johannesburg. The 8th of January, I went to Brentest Clinic to take an X-ray. The X-ray came out, the results said I've got osteoarthritis. Then I sent the results to my son, my nephew. Then he said to me, you have to wait for the specialist to come back next week because we are just coming back from the holidays. No one is back now. But looking at your results, you need a knee replacement. And why? Because it was like, it has that crypto sound whereby when I'm turning, it was giving me that sound, telling me that it was bone on bone. Then I sat down and I said, how am I going to survive? Then I'm going to do knee replacement. Meanwhile, Mary introduced me to this, but I ignored her. But then I called Mary, swallowed my pride, called Mary. That was the 11th of January. Mary came running and she said to me, Adelaide, what's going on? She looked at my knee. She said, Adelaide, what's going on? Then she started patching me. I can say to myself, I'm the luckiest person because, as we normally say, our bodies are not the same. I reacted like the very same day. She patched me at 11:45 in the morning. Since that time, I never had pain until today as I'm talking to you guys. I can't believe the power of X39. I started patching on the 11th of January, and now I'm on my 10th month. Make no mistake, I just told myself that I'm not going to take care of money. Money must just take care of me. Then I'm buying patches every month. I'm patching every day. Now I'm using X39, I'm using iron, I'm using glutathione. But to be honest with you, what I've realized is I could not even stand up without holding on something. I could not walk without holding on something. But that patch did its job. Within 4 months, it was like, now I can stand up, but still holding. But what I've been experiencing when I wanted to stand up and I was failing, it never happened again. Then I go back to when they say there is healing crisis, when I detoxed. Then there was a week where I could not even walk, whereby I could not even, after driving, park my car at work, I could not check off the car. I will have to wait, take time, try to hold and stand up, and I will have to gain momentum before I could walk. But guys, what I can say to you, the power of stem cell, X39, and the rest of the patches. Today, I can stand up without holding on anything. And now I can walk like, it's like I'm getting there. It's a journey. I know it's a journey. I'm not rushing it. And I'm going to say thank you, Wilson, because Wilson said to me, Adelaide, don't rush. Give yourself 18 months, then the cartilage would have been regenerated again. And I believe him because even now, the crypto sound is no longer there. I sleep nicely, and I used to struggle with sleeping. I'm a very light sleeper person. But today, when I wake up, go to the loo, come back, gone with my sleep. I sleep like a baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you, LifeWave. Thank you, David Schmidt. Thank you, Chris, who brought it in South Africa. Thank you, Mary McAntonish, who introduced me to this stem cell patch. I can't believe what it's doing to me. And thank you, guys.
My friend, thank you for taking the time and sharing your story. Absolutely incredible. Guys, Adelaide is responsible for setting up the meetings that we've done in Venda and Messina. And just like she is walking without any help, we've already got 5 people that side of the world that was in crutches and walking normally. So I can just say thank you for what you're doing, Adelaide. Thank you for just being persistent, and thank you for taking the time. I know you were driving. Thank you so much, my friend. I really
Thank you, Wilson. Thank you, Wilson. And thank you for encouraging me to hang in there. I am going to hang in there.
Yeah,
and I look beautiful.
Yes,
my complexion
you look
has
great,
changed. I've got muscles. I used to weigh 63. Now I'm weighing 84.
Wow.
I'm beautiful.
No, you look
And I'm
10
66
years
years
younger,
old.
my friend.
Huh?
10 years younger.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thanks for the compliment. Thank you, Wilson. Thank you.
Such a pleasure, my friend. Let me just see. Belinda. Let me just ask if I can unmute you there. There we go.
Good evening, everyone.
Hey, my friend. How you doing? Nice to see you.
Yeah, I'm good. How are you? Lekker.
I'm good, man.
All right, so my story starts many, many years ago. I was diagnosed with scoliosis as a young girl. I was 12 years old at the time. And I have a double curvature, and they did the doctor's recommendation was a Harrington rod insertion and a spinal fusion from L5 all the way up to T4. And over the years, up until about the age of 42, I would have pain every now and again, and I would go back to the doctor. You'd do x-rays, and he'd say to me, no, you must realize your back is not normal. He'd give me some synap fort and some Transact patches and say, off you go. And that would be the end of that. And around 42, I couldn't walk. I was having lots of problems, and I decided to go to a different doctor, and he did a full MRI scan. And he said to me, right, the problem is that entire fusion has collapsed onto L4, and it's bone on bone, and that's why you're experiencing pain. So we did a disc replacement at L4. And then about 10 years on from there, I started having problems again. And lo and behold, my doctor had retired and moved to the Cape. So I thought, okay, well, I went to go and see my GP, because very often when I got pain, I'd go and see my GP, and he would give me an injection straight into my butt, and that would sort me out for a couple of days, and then I'd be fine. Anyway, so he sent me for an x-ray, and it was confirmed that I have osteoarthritis. So that was the beginning of last year. And I thought, well, what do I do now? Obviously go to another doctor or whatever it is, but I was delaying it because the recommendation is that they saw off the rod at 5 and 6 and replaced disc 5 and 6. It's about a 9-hour operation, and I decided I'm not up for that. Anyway, my friend Ingi, who was the lady who gave her testimonial first, said to me, my B, I'm coming to see you. I hadn't been walking for 3 days. So she says, Wilson came to see her, and he put this patch on her, and her pain reduced by 50%. And I said, what? And she said, yes, I'm coming. I said, good, come. Anyway, she came, and within half an hour, I was up out of my bed, and I was walking. Granted, I wasn't walking fast, but I was walking. And it took about 2 weeks for the pain to completely disappear. But 3 days later, I was back in the gym. A week later, I was back on the tennis court. And I was swallowing about 160 to 180 anti-inflammatories and Schedule 5 pain meds on a monthly basis, daily. I'd be in a coma. Anyway, yeah, and from there, I went online, ordered my patches. Ingi didn't even know what a code was. It was quite strange. Anyway, month 1, I did X39, month 2, 39 and 49. Month 3, I patched a whole convoy of patches. So I bought YH Trio, which is Aeon, glutathione, and carnosine, and I did that for 3 months. And then I tapered off and went back onto 39, and I'm now taking 39, 49, Aeon, carnosine, and glutathione, and I alternate those three. And that's my story. But can I tell you, I feel like a new person. Thank you, Lifewave. Thank you, Wilson. I
Oh
love
my
you, my friend.
goodness, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Every time I hear these stories, I just smile. I will never, ever in my life stop talking to people about these patches. And as you can hear, yeah, some of these journeys took longer. A very good friend of mine in America, Clint, he's not on the call this evening. With him, it was 4 months and nothing happened. And one day he just woke up out of pain. And you can hear this. Not always is it instant. So I will just keep saying it. Just be consistent. Your breakthrough period is coming. And no, it's always exciting to hear these stories. So I'm not seeing anybody raise their hands there. If I can maybe just ask anyone who wants to share a testimony to raise their hand. Fiona, I think you might want to share something there. Let me just see if I can unmute you there. And anybody else that would like to share a testimony, please raise your hand and we'll just go from the top to the bottom.
Hi, everybody.
There we go. Hi, you, my friend. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you. So my patching story started at a live presentation in March. And this is March of this year. And when I went to that presentation, you know, I had seen some testimonies of some people saying that, you know, they experienced results in seconds. So I was really excited because I was like, man, maybe I might just get my breakthrough. So when I went to that live presentation, I had been having chronic shoulder pain on my right shoulder. And I think it had been going on for about 8 months. And I'm not sure if it was because of an injury at the gym or a lot of traveling that I'd been doing the year prior, carrying my backpack with my laptop around. That past December, I had gone to about 3 sessions to a chiropractor, and my shoulder was just not getting better. And the pain was so severe that I couldn't even sleep on my right hand side. So when I went to this patch party, I got this patch placed on me, and every second I remember I kept, you know, adjusting my shoulder to see if anything is happening, but nothing was happening. So anyway, I was like, oh, anyway, let me just go home. So I wore the patch for the 12 hours, and fast forward to the next Friday, I remember waking up in the morning, and the first thing I realized was that I woke up on the right hand side of my body. And I said to my husband, I was like, how is this possible? Because the pain, guys, was so severe. Like, even if I was turning in the bed at night, I would feel it and I would immediately turn back to my left hand side. And I said, how is it that I woke up on the right hand side of my body and there's no pain? And I said the only thing I did different was to use the patch. So needless to say, in April, I joined the business. And ever since then, with patching, my shoulder's been right as rain. And one of the other beautiful things is that the sleep, the deep sleep that I've been experiencing. Just like Adelaide, I'm a very light sleeper, and a walk to the toilet and back, that can just throw me off and I'll struggle to get back to sleep. But the sleep has just been pure bliss. That's why everybody needs this patch. Everybody needs to experience a nice, deep sleep at night. You deserve that. So, yeah, that's my testimony.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, my friend. Isn't it incredible that your shoulder is now out of pain without medication? And that's the big thing here. And you were lucky. That happened within a week. But the sleeping, it's a really big thing. I will also testify to that. I've never had issues with sleeping, but since I've been using the patches, I realized I never really slept properly because we sleep really, really deep. And then when I wake up with a bang. There's no lag. So absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Fiona. Guys, anybody else? Steve, can I press on your button there? Steve Turner is my good friend from America, and I would like him just to share a quick testimony. How are you, my friend? How are you doing? I see you've unmuted yourself there.
Well, only because you asked so kindly, Wilson.
Yeah, you also have an awesome story there, Steve.
Oh,
Let's hear it.
well, let's see if I can, if my camera stopped working because it stopped. Okay.
No
Oh,
stress.
okay. Well, okay. All right. So you don't get to see me. Meanwhile, back in June, it started really with me, in as much as my brother Alan's wife has Alzheimer's and dementia. And he was introduced to the product by Clint. And he said, "Look, brother, you need this for your wife." And I says, "Okay." So in the beginning, I used her patch for 3 days. And then all of a sudden I got sleeves. Why am I not doing the full patch? Well, my mental clarity started to come available. And since June and July and August, October has come, and it's like a new switch. I'm waking up in the morning, got a great desire to do things, boundless energy. Now sleeping, I'm not sleeping as much, but the quality is much better. My focus is great. I can't thank LifeWave enough, David Schmidt enough. I can't thank you and Chris for your dedication. It's just absolutely amazing. I mean, I suffer from seasonal affects disorder, which is in the wintertime when it gets to be cloudy, low level depression, and I don't want to do anything or see anybody. But because of this product, it has again turned on the switch. My brother told me, "I have you back again, the way you were when you was younger."
Wow.
It's just he, my history is, kids hit by cars, kids in prison, of course, divorce, parents dying, remarriages, kids born when you're 40, but now, car accidents, this low level depression forever, and it's gone. I want to, yeah, I'm so thankful. Just a little feedback. 28 years ago, my brother introduced me to a product very similar to LifeWave. It was called Lifetronics, and it was a stabilized oxygen. And my youngest daughter, Sarah, she pulled a crock pot of hot stew on herself, and 30% of her body was second and third degree burns. So LifeWave is like that product, a new revelation, a new beginning. My wife recorded a 3.5 minute segment, and it's incredible. She's had back surgeries, rear end automobile accidents, and she has fibromyalgia and some type of arthritis and chronic pain for 28 years and neuropathy. And but she tells it so well. I am so thankful. I will stop. Well, I won't stop feeding the cat or the dog, but I don't drink coffee. I don't go out and eat anymore. The patches will ever be on my. Oh, speaking of no patch, I didn't put my patch on this morning, so I'm late.
That. Luckily, it's early day by you. You can stick one on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll stick one. So now I have to stay up till 10 o'clock tonight in order to get it off, but that's okay. Uh, but yeah, I woke up early this morning saying, hey, I got to get my testimony together. I tried to record something. It didn't turn out. I wanted to do a video recording. It didn't turn out. But uh, being here for you, Wilson,
Thank you so
like
much, Steve.
I'm ever so thankful for your dedication, for Chris, for Lindy,
My friend.
for Polly, for Dawn. My heart is just aching with love and joy. I love
My
it.
friend. It's the
So,
reason why we're here. I'll be honest with you, Steve. Your story is very
it's,
deep to my heart. Depression is something I've dealt with, and the fact that we got you to a place where Alan contacted me saying, "Thank you. I don't know what these patches are doing to my brother, but I have him back." And that's the power of what we have within X39. Steve, do you want me to share? Is it let me just see, is it Michelle's voice
oh,
note?
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Let me see if I can share it then, if everyone's gonna hear it. But yeah, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for taking the time and for being consistent. You just like me. I'm never gonna stop patching. Just keep sticking these patches on. And let's see if I can quickly share Michelle's voice note there. You guys can see my screen there. Let me just move this up there.
My name is Michelle Turner. I have a diagnosis of severe osteoarthritis with fibromyalgia for 28 years. Been to multiple specialists to try to get some relief of massive chronic pain, chronic exhaustion, hair loss, skin lesions, and wounds since 2016. Currently, there is no treatment for these conditions except for NSAIDs and over-the-counter topical medications, and the symptoms have worsened and debilitated me, reducing my mobility. In addition, I have a diagnosis of hypothyroidism, macrocytosis, large red blood cells without anemia, essential hypertension, not very well controlled. I have 2 compressed cervical discs and 3 levels of lumbar disc disease and compression in my lower back. 2 knees that were recommended for replacement therapy after getting my neck fused, but I did not do either of those. So I have neuropathy in both upper and lower extremities. In addition, I suffer from lymphedema in my lower extremities. I started X39 patch in July for almost 5 months. I use ice patches for severe pain. I also have started using Aeon patches for 1.5 months. My lymphedema is so reduced, I had to get a new pair of shoes that don't fall off and actually can see my ankle bones. Um, and some days, even the veins in my feet. Before that, it was kind of like elephant looking man. My blood pressure has better control without 3 of the 4 medications. I've recently seen a 128 over 73 blood pressure readings. I still have pain, but the burning in my feet is mostly relieved, and restless leg syndrome is only occasionally. One of the most wonderful things is my ability to sleep without pain waking me up and feeling rested, like my quality of sleep has improved. My skin currently is clear of all the wounds. I could never get a clear diagnosis of what they are, but they would start with extreme itching, open up from just a bump, and then can take 6 months to a year to heal. Right now, they're all gone on both my arms and my legs, and they don't itch. Because my insomnia has receded, I believe the severity of my fibromyalgia symptoms have decreased. I even have whole periods where I am in remission of symptoms. I actually have short periods each day where my fatigue is gone. I call them my feeling normal hours. I have been using X39 on my shoulders now, whichever one has the most pain and stiffness in the morning. And some days, within 10 minutes, I am getting decreased pain and decreased stiffness and able to do range of motion exercises. So I put the used one on the opposite shoulder for 6 hours, and it seems to help with the same kind of relief. Just like the ice patch, when I use them, the pain doesn't leave completely, but it reduces to a tolerable level and interrupts the severe cycle for 3 days. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. I am humbled. Steve, please say a huge thank you to Michelle for recording that. I didn't realize the intensity of her testimony. Isn't that incredible? I can only say thank you.
Well, she's been a nurse all of her grown-up life, and so having something like this, I mean, she's been on codeine, like she said, aspirin, Tylenol, ibuprofen, naproxen, eating it like candy, and so now she's doing a lot of supplements, but these patches have definitely improved the quality of her life, which also improves the quality of my life. And
Absolutely incredible, my friend.
yeah. And again, so she was a surgical nurse for years, and then she was in home health nursing. So dealing with all kinds of maladies from all patients, and she worked with a plastic surgeon. So her knowledge of this stuff is vast, and sometimes it's overwhelming that she shares so much with me. And I says, I just want to be simple, and I don't need the details. It works, right? It works, and
Absolutely amazing, my friend. And yeah, please keep us in the loop there. We are gonna have more of these sessions. But how amazing is that, guys? Have you heard all these incredible stories? It just puts more fire in me, just to keep going. Uh, this is changing lives, and it's doing it at a rate we haven't seen before for so many different things. And I'm humbled. I've got a knot in my throat. I can just say thank you to Chris and Lucinda and George and just everybody within the LifeWave corporate for just giving us this incredible technology, and just look at what it is doing for people. I'm humbled. Guys, anybody else that would like to share something that they've experienced on the patches? I see we've been busy for almost an hour there. Hi, Fiona. You're more than welcome to unmute yourself there, my friend. Let me just unmute you. There we go.
One thing I forgot to add, which I haven't come across any testimonies on this, is that when my period would arrive, I would experience back pain, and it would kind of like radiate to the side of my body and to the front.
Wow.
But I can promise you that when I know that my period is coming and I patch, I haven't felt those period pains at all. And in fact, I'm so full of energy, as opposed to the times when I didn't know about the patch. I would be in bed with a hot water bottle, nursing myself and feeling sorry for myself. So just for people who know anyone experiencing period pain or any of those kind of things, these patches work.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, my friend. I know that's very serious when it comes. It's very, very painful. And isn't it amazing that you saw results for that as well? Just amazing. Just keep patching there, my friend. Thank you so, so much. Guys, I see we almost close to an hour there. Anybody else? You're more than welcome to unmute yourself or raise your hand. We didn't have everyone on the call this evening, but thank you so much for every single one of you that did join us. I'm very excited for the next one. As we carry on sharing this with people, we're just hearing more and more stories. And such an amazing evening. I can just say thank you to every single one that took the time and that came and shared their story. So powerful. So, guys, if there's nobody else that would like to share anything, let's take this in for a landing. You guys must have a fantastic week further, and I will see you guys tomorrow for our normal presentation at 7 o'clock. Thanks again, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Adelaide, you want to unmute yourself there, my friend? Let me just unmute you there. I see you raised your hand there. There we go.
I'm so sorry. I just want to add on something that's to do with my brother who has been suffering from Parkinson's. And I just want to add this, that stem cell patch made him recovered so quickly. And also there was a day where he fell and then he hit, because he could not walk properly, he hit something very, very, very strong, whereby he had a cut on top of his eye. Then they took a picture, they sent it to me, and I said, guys, please rush him to the hospital. And where they are staying, it's in the rural areas and transport is not there. Come 5 o'clock, transport is gone. Then they went to the hospital the following morning, but anyway, they couldn't stitch him because it was already after 6 hours. But what I want to say to you guys about the stem cells, because he has been patching since when I started patching, I also made him to patch. That gap closed within 3 days. It's not a joke. I was so surprised how it can be like that. And he said to me, Sisi, I don't have a pain. I've got nothing. Anyway, I will just go to the hospital to hear what they will say. When they got to the hospital, they just cleaned it. They said, we cannot stitch you because it's already after 6 hours. But that gap got closed within 3 days. Power of stem cell patch X39.
Wow. Thank you so much, my friend. Absolutely incredible. Steve, I hear you want to say just the last word there. Adelaide, thank you so much for remembering that. I'm so glad we got that on the recording. Thank you, my friend. Steve.
Thanks, my dear.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you there, bud.
Okay, so yesterday, Walmart is a vendor that has a delivery service. So yesterday afternoon, I ordered product and the gal brought it in and she looked at my forehead. She says, "What is that?" I said, "What's what?" She says, "That little round thing on your head." And I kind of chuckled to myself, "Well, it's a stem cell patch." And she said, "What?" I says, "Yeah, a stem cell patch." And I says, it just makes you feel better. And she says, "My dad needs that, and he's got plenty of money." And matter of fact, I says, I think I need it too. So I'm waiting for her to respond. I had given her a card with my number on it, so I'm just waiting with great anticipation that she's going to follow up. And so
No,
so
absolutely amazing, my friend. Yeah, just wear them. Wear them where people can see them and they ask questions about it. I do exactly the same thing. And I can just say thanks again for your incredible testimony. And just please say thank you to Michelle as well. So guys,
I'll do that. And like I said, Wilson, you guys definitely an answer to prayer. So again, we have to say thank you to Jesus and thank you to David and thank you to the corporation and thank you to everybody and Stephen, Gina, Merritt. And I spent half my life watching webinars and stuff. I might not be sponsoring people in, but it's just the time and the place. And
oh no, definitely.
Yeah, so
definitely. Okay, thank you, Steve. And send lots of love to Alan there. I'll also reach out to him. Guys, thank you for an incredible evening. Thank you for making the time. I will work on the recording and please share it with your friends. And I'll see you guys tomorrow evening. Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Bye, Wilson.
Cheers, bye-bye.